going on? Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Hey, welcome. Hey, what a great way to start the show. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. Hey, we are technically, I suppose you would be able to, if you were so inclined to need to categorize things, you would call this a tiki bar. Okay, I'll take it. However, I am not a traditional tiki bartender. Yes, I love it. Yes, if I was going to build any type of bar, would I build a tiki bar? Yeah, I did. Proven. However, I have most of my training comes from another place. So we are going to step right out of the tiki bar realm tonight, and we are going to jump into a very, very old type of cocktail. One of the first. We're going to get into a flip. A flip is probably, despite being one of the oldest types of cocktail, is certainly one of the rarest as well. I can think of probably a handful of bars in my entire bar going experience, which is vast. I don't mean to brag or anything. I had a bit of a drinking problem at one point. I was in bars all the time. We are going to be making a flip. I've probably only seen about 5 or 6 flips ever on a menu, but we are going to be making the most famous, not the first, but the most famous of the flips tonight. We're going to be making an Egg Nog. Egg Nog, oh, let's watch the intro and then we'll get into the whole thing. Otherwise, you guys are going to miss the intro. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Okay, phew. How would you have known that I was a bartender? How long did I say I was a bartender for? 20-something years, worked in some of LA's best bars. This is a fairly rare category of cocktail. It is one that I often forget when I am listing off the 7 cocktails: the old fashioned, the martini Manhattan, the I forget all of them, the sour, the daisy, the fizz, the punch, and then the least common of all of them is the flip. The flip is anything that you are going to add, anything that comes from a platypus. If a platypus makes it, you can add it to a cocktail, and that is going to be a flip. Platypus are mammals that lay eggs. So milk and eggs. Was there an easier way to say it than bringing in our Australian friend, the platypus? There was. Milk and eggs. Any kind of dairy you throw in here is going to make it. The nog is specific in this category because it doesn't just add milk and it doesn't just add eggs. It adds eggs and milk. First time we see this written about is the first time we see almost any cocktail written about. This is going to be in Jerry Thomas's book. It's right here. It's just right. No big deal. I just happen to have one. The Jerry Thomas's Bartender's Guide. He writes about making a flip cocktail, a whiskey flip cocktail, which has eggs. At the beginning, it had beer in it, and then adding some milk to it. And from there, bartenders have been trying to get this thing right because a lot of people don't like it, and some of us can't wait for Christmas because it's our favorite drink. So that's what we're going to be making tonight. So get your eggs. This is what I have in front of me. I have eggs. I have sugar. I have milk. I also have some heavy cream. A little 2 of both. If you just have heavy cream, that's great. You can make heavy cream quickly into milk. If you only have milk, you'll be fine. You'll just have sort of a lighter situation. We also need some brandy and some rum. Did I say sugar? You'll need some sugar too. That's what we got. So while I say hello to everybody, run around and grab all those things. We're not going crazy with this cocktail. This is a fairly standardized cocktail, but it is one that I have been using for a long time that I really enjoy. So we're only making one cocktail because it does take a while. So let's say hello to Papa Mau Mau. He's bringing his eggs and milk up to room temperature. Smart. To be honest, Papa, I don't know if you need to do that. Maybe. I think maybe I've always just worked with room temperature eggs. I don't, honestly, we'll see. My eggs are in the refrigerator right now. Hopefully that all works. Tiki Court is here. Good to see you, Tiki Court. Cheers to you. Tiki Tom is here and ready to go. Papa Mau Mau calling us on the road. Oh, he got home. Whew. He's on the road for a second. Drive safe. Now he's home. Happened within about 3 seconds. So hopefully he was not speeding to get here. You guys can watch the show from your car, just don't participate. I'm excited to see this class. Very excited to see you, Tiki Bonbon, winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby. Roger G is here in the place, and he's got his stuff super specific. Amy Beer is here. Good to see you, Amy Beer. Always a pleasure. As we say, never a chore, almost never a chore. Not for Amy Beer, it's never a chore, but other people, it can be choresome. Moose. Moose. Good to see you, Moose. Moose is going to be up at 3 a.m. making eggnog. Like a little elf. Like a little Norwegian elf. Very excited to... voice flew out. That's good. Flew out, like left or came home? I imagine came home. I bet it'd be a lot of fun to have Bonbon as a mom. What a life you crafts. I saw cookie dough. My goodness, what a time. What a time and place to be. Hello, Chris and Amy. Good to see you both here. What else we got? Oh, Shawnee Panabaker. Good evening. Did you say good evening? Oh, there it is. Good evening. Good evening to you, buddy. DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Tucky Derby, is here. Good to see you there. I think. Dougie G in the place to be. Lulu and I are heading to our first holiday party of the year. What a piker! I have been going to holiday parties for, I think, about 2 months now. A lot of holiday parties that old Dr. Cush has to go to because, of course, Dr. Cush used to work in bars. And where do holiday parties happen? Bars. There we go. Tiki Thomas here. This is too many things to wash up at 10 p.m. Okay, well, make it tomorrow. All good. You can wake up at 3 a.m. like our good friend Moose does. Okay. We need some equipment for this cocktail. Now, I assume most of you will have some of this equipment. I have always made my eggnog with one of these. This is a milk frother. It froths your milk. Basically, it's like a teeny tiny blender. If you are going to be making this for more than just yourself and possibly one other person, a great thing to have is a blender. A blender works super well for this cocktail because we can get into some trouble if we're just shaking this cocktail because we're not going to froth it like we need it to froth. Eggnog is going to be using a ton of heavy ingredients. We want them to be light. In order to get heavy to light, you have to add things to them. What are those things? Air. Just air. You just need to add air. One thing. You need to add one thing. So we're going to try and find ways to get air into them. A great way to do that is a blender. A nice, cheap blender is the best way to do this. If you get a real expensive blender, expensive blenders can start to heat things up. Just a little. We don't want to be eating this eggnog and think, oh my goodness, these are the best scrambled eggs I've ever had in my life. That's not what we want. So I like this little milk frother. Just spins. And we're going to be making that. That's going to add air into our cocktail. That is going to add some lightness to our cocktail. And we're going to go from there. Oh, plus, hey, if you guys want a little drama, I'm trying a technique tonight that I have had in a theory for a long time. I've never seen anybody else do it. I think it might work. It might also fail horribly. So that'll be at the end. That'll be our garnish technique. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to be making this for 2 people. I figure that I will have one, and I figure that Kyle and Jen will split one. So let's grab our eggs out here, and we're going to start with our eggs. Oftentimes in the cocktails that I'm making, I will tell you, hey, cheapest ingredients first. That's just in case you make a mistake. That doesn't change the flavor. For flips and for nogs, it is important what ingredient you put things into, because that is going to affect how the ingredients incorporate with each other. So we need to start with eggs. So we're going to take 2 regular old, normal old eggs. These are not old eggs. Regular new, plain new eggs. We're going to crack these on, and we're just going to drop them straight into our glass. I chose to do this in the glass so that we can all see what's going on in here. You don't need to do it in a glass, all right? You can do it in any kind of container that you want. Since we're using raw eggs in this, most salmonella comes from the outsides of eggs. It's on the outside. So give your eggs a quick little wash before you throw them in. Oh, I'm going to need this real quick. I'm just going to pull that. Perfect. Give your eggs a quick wash. We're going to be putting enough booze in here that this is going to kill salmonella. I mean, salmonella doesn't stand a chance against the amount of booze we're putting in here. I'm putting in 151. This will also be fairly fridge stable. It comes in at around 12% ABV, maybe 13% ABV. So it will stick in the fridge for a little bit. Probably got about a month on it, but, you know, careful. Smell it before you go in. Let's take our little milk frother, and we're just going to get in here, and we're just going to beat our eggs. Really break them up. There we go. All we're doing is getting all of that egg nice and broken up, aerated. You should start to see the eggs change colors a little bit. That's the air that's getting in there. It's going to be a lot of me talking while long things are going on, so just get used to that whole thing. There we go. Really aerate those eggs. Again, if you want to make more or you want to dirty a blender is a great way to do this as well. There we go. Nice bubbly eggs in here. 2 full eggs. There we go. Best way to clean that. Give it a little spin. All right, next, sugar. We need to incorporate the sugar into the egg. This is going to become our batter. If anybody has ever made a cocktail called the Tom and Jerry, you will know that there is a Tom and Jerry batter, and then you take that batter and you make it into the Tom and Jerry. Great cocktail, very, very annoying to make. It's nobody ever has any batter just lying around, so you have to make the batter fresh. Nobody makes Tom and Jerry's anymore, but in case you do, you will notice that this is very similar to that technique. We're making our batter first. So our batter is going to include some sugar. How much sugar? 3 ounces for 2 eggs. 3 ounces, 1.5 ounces. Now, I wasn't about to tell you guys that you need to go out and ruin a bunch of your sugar in order to get this cocktail going. I have gone out and ruined a bunch of my sugar in order to get this thing going, because at any moment, almost any time of day, if there is an emergency that requires creme brulee, call me. I'm ready. At almost any time, I have creme brulee ingredients, basically just smattered amongst my house, amongst my bar. I keep some of it in the car just in case there's a roadside creme brulee emergency. And in that emergency kit, I have vanilla sugar. Let's bring in vanilla sugar cam here. This is vanilla sugar. Very simple to make, very difficult to keep from clumping. Just take a bunch of vanilla beans. And chop them up after you've used them and throw this in here. I have a quick question. Does anybody know San Kelly? Sending requests to join the live. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, San Kelly. You're gonna have to be you're gonna have to give me more information. Should I invite San Kelly? Join us on YouTube. That's much easier. Okay, I think you joined the live. Okay, so we have our vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar is perfect for this cocktail because, of course, vanilla is perfect for everything. Vanilla, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you say. Vanilla is the best flavor. There is no flavor better than vanilla. Vanilla, #1 flavor, no doubt about it. I'm not even worried about how that all goes down. Whether people want to get on the chocolate train, not interested. Okay, So now, 3 ounces of sugar, and we're going to add it spoonful by spoonful. It's a long cocktail to make. There we go. Vanilla sugar. Throw that there. Get it nice and incorporated. More vanilla sugar. Throw it in there. Nice and incorporated. We're going to eyeball 3 ounces. Vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar. Oh, look at that chunk. That's what we want. There we go. Ready? Big old vanilla sugar. Oh, yeah. Now, hopefully those eggs are going to help break up that vanilla sugar. It's going to get wet. Going to go. Let me just break this up. Listen, guys. Nobody promised you Avatar 3 in this cocktail. This is going to take us some time. Breaking up the vanilla sugar. Getting all that air in there. Breaking up the vanilla sugar. This is starting to look a lot like batter. See, this is what we want. See how it's drippy? It's like sticks. It's like sticky and drippy. If we run our finger across, we can see that I've created a line. That's that batter that we want to create. Let's wipe this off so we don't put egg in the vanilla sugar. Excellent. And let's go ahead and blend again. Vanilla sugar. And vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar. You can tell that you're done with the vanilla sugar when you get a nice dark consistency in the eggs. That's what we're looking for. I feel like that's plenty of vanilla sugar. How is it to use baking vanilla sugar? What is baking sugar? Is baking sugar like powdered sugar? Don't use powdered sugar. No powdered sugar. Powdered sugar, I know this. Powdered sugar has a chemical added to it. It's not just more pulverized sugar than other sugars. It has a full chemical added to it in order to make it powdered. All right? Don't use powdered sugar. It's going to throw off the whole situation. If you want to use, that's like confectioner sugar. Okay, baker's sugar is super refined sugar. Great. Okay, baker's sugar is super refined sugar. That's fine. Baker's sugar, great. Baker's sugar, probably better. Baker's sugar is going to really get into the egg and make it, it's going to break it up a little bit more. It's going to break the egg's going to break up the thing a little bit more. Oh, good. We have little Juwanda that is over on Kick that is sending me 1,000 things. Can I? Oh, I'm going to block him. I have the ability to block. One sec. I'm going to not delete. Oh, block user. Goodbye, little Juwanda. You've been blocked. Look at that. All the power just coursing through my hands as I'm blocking people from here. No more little Juwanda. Okay, we're just going to get all that aeration going in here. That is great. Okay. The next little bits doesn't really matter. Oh, no, sorry, that does matter. It matters what order you put the next bits in. Now we want to whip our cream. All right, we're going to whip our cream into our cocktail. We're using 2 different types of milk. We are going to be, oh, sorry. Let's answer questions. I don't have vanilla beans. Can I use vanilla extract? Yes, absolutely. The, thank you, Cocktail. Blocked. Do we have a thing for that? Here. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Blocked will be owl. They're just gone. They're just gone. Okay. Would you recommend vanilla extract? We don't have vanilla beans. Yes. And you also don't have to use vanilla in this cocktail at all. vanilla is not part of the original version of this. I just happen to always have vanilla sugar on me because something happened when I was a child and we ran out of creme brulee. My mummy and my papa sent in the nanny, and I had no I had no creme brulee for my morning snackies, so I got very, very pouty. None of that happened. I don't know why. I like creme brulee so much. It's my favorite dessert. So I like to have it around. Okay, this is heavy cream. This is just regular old Rockview heavy cream. We are going to be adding this bit by bit, and we need 4 ounces. 2 ounces per thing that you're making. I'm making 2 of these, so 4 ounces straight in here. We're gonna give this a spin. We're gonna slowly add our cream. Nice steady stream. We are frothing. We are spinning. We are stirring. We are doing it all very slowly so that we can get a nice heavy whip on there. When you are whipping cream, you are adding air to it. That's what we want. We want a nice bit of air going in here. We're going to keep this going. And then we're going to add another 2 ounces of heavy whipping cream right into here. We can see the color changing, nice and light. Somebody ever asked me to make this for them in a bar, I'd throw them out of the bar. You got to make this beforehand. Yes, thank you, Tiki Tom. Creme brulee is the king of desserts. It is what other desserts want to be when they grow up. Couldn't agree more, Tiki Tom. And there's so many great ways to make creme brulee. I make a great bourbon creme brulee. Maybe we'll do a desserts show at some point and we'll only make creme brulee because that's the only good dessert. Donuts are also a good dessert. But yes, I think the creme brulee is the greatest dessert that there ever was. Ever will be. Just really mixing this up. Adding all of our air. That's all we're doing. It's just this whole cocktail is about how much air you can possibly get into it. That's why shaking this cocktail doesn't work as well. You see how long I am aerating this thing, how long I am stirring this. If I had to shake this cocktail for 12 minutes, I would not be happy. My arms would hurt. I would need a creme brulee to get me through it. I would need all of the energy to go straight through. There we go. We're starting to see a bit more color change as we're stirring this up. I'm starting to see little bubbles that are lasting in there. This is just milk and cream and sugar so far, and air. There's air in there. And I see one little piece of vanilla that I accidentally got in there. We'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. San Kelly needs my recipe for the bourbon creme brulee. San Kelly, I'll tell you what. I will put my recipe for the creme brulee on Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours over on Facebook. So join our little crew over there, San Kelly, and I will throw that in there because that has won. I'm not gonna lie, that has won contests. It won one contest against my sister-in-law. Counts though. That is a contest. Okay. Now we add our milk. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So much stuff we got to add. Let's get in here. Now, we had an emergency. Moments before the show, I realized, oh crap, I don't have any milk. What I had was half and half. Now, half and half, I learned. I didn't know this before. I learned it right now. Half and half is just regular milk without a lot of water. That's all there is to it. So we're just going to lower, I just lowered our fat amount in the half and half so that I could have, just by adding water, so that now I have basically whole milk. 3 parts half and half to 1 part water will give me the consistency of milk I'm looking for. You're looking for like 2% or whole milk, something right around there. That's what we're looking for. And we need how much? This is a pretty milky drink. Pretty milky drink. We need 6 ounces of milk. Now we don't have to add this one as slowly. But we do want to add it correctly. So we're going to, there's 2 ounces right there. Start to see the color change. Add 2 more ounces. What's up, Utopia? Good to see you, pal. I can't chat right now, but, you know, soon. There we go. Give this a little stir. Add that nice and slow. Oh, starting to smell good. If it was socially acceptable, and I know it's not, because I know a lot of people don't like it, I would drench I would bathe in eggnog. I would wear eggnog perfume. Eggnog. The only real smells I have ever on my body are, of course, when I'm a stinky guy. I'm a stinky guy. Or when I have beard oil. If somebody would please talk to the beard oil companies about making a creme brulee beard oil, I would be very, very excited and hungry all the time. Or an eggnog beard oil would be spectacular. Just slowly adding. Slowly adding. There we go. Excellent. Okay, that's good. That is nice. That is whipped up. Note to self: charge the yes, charge everything. The frother, I assume. Don't charge your brother before class, but do charge the frother before you start class. Yes, we put in a whole new battery for this one right before this goes. So we're getting all of that mixed in there. Everything is really going strong in there. Okay, now this is where you get to have a little fun. All right, this is where you get to have a little fun. You can add anything at this point. This right here is your base. If you absolutely love tequila, you want to add an añejo tequila in here, I say go for it. Absolutely. You want to just do a full-on shot of apple brandy. You have this bottle of Applejack that's just burning a hole in your bar. You want to pour that in here? That's great. I love regular brandy and I love rum. So those are the 2 things I'm putting in here. This is what is a stick blender too much. Oh gosh, a stick blender. I think a stick blender would work. I don't think my cup's big enough. Stick blenders are tough, I will tell you, Tiki Tom, because you kind of, you want it to be kind of in a column, right? You don't want to make this in a big like bowl. You want to make it in a column because we want to keep as many of the bubbles in the cocktail for as long as possible. We want that. My goodness. We want that, we want the bubbles to stay in here and they're going to stay better in a column. Sometimes a stick blender won't fit in taller glasses, but I suppose if you blend with your stick blender fast enough or like hard enough, like I imagine you can get the bubbles in there. I imagine a stick blender would be fine. Yeah, I think that would be probably just fine. I stuck my frother into the cream and nothing. What? Oh, it didn't work. It was off. Okay. Sorry, Bonbon. A blender works really well too. A cheap blender that doesn't heat things up on the lowest setting is a good way to do that. This will froth it up the same way. Okay, so I like brandy. I like rum. I like cognac as my brandy. And I like 151 as my rum. So those are the 2 things we're going to be putting in here. I think the 151 is particularly nice in this cocktail because who am I? What am I going to drink all of this tonight? Probably not. The 151 is going to help to preserve this for longer than anything else because we're adding, if you're not going to add 151, you're going to, this cocktail is going to come in right around 10%. That will last for a few weeks in your refrigerator, but the 151 is going to be acting as a much better preservative. So I use 151. But first, we're going to start off by throwing this in here. This is some cognac. It's just a brandy made in a specific region of France. They have a lot of rules to it, so There are not a lot of bad cognacs. They're not allowed to be bad cognacs. Because the French will say, and I do know this in French, they will say non. Non. Yes, Bobby. Bobby R coming off, coming over from Instagram with a banger reference. With a bag from a, I don't know how many of you found me from Mixed Cocktail Hour. Yes, it is better to use a stick mixer or a frother if you are Tammy, who had an awful lot of big fights with the blender. Good work, Bobby. That was a Bobby is over watching this by himself on Instagram, and I love that Bobby's just throwing out that reference for nobody. That was awesome, Bobby. Good for you. That was cool. Okay, this is 151. For all of these, don't use anything. Don't use anything white. Right? So you notice when I said tequila, I said an añejo tequila, I do think I said an añejo tequila. You want something that has some wood age to it. Anything that is light, anything that doesn't have the extra oomph of either some caramel flavor or some, well, Kyle, maybe. Jeez Louise. We're gonna try and have Tammy on the show. You want something that has some wood flavor to it, something that has that dark richness to it. If you put in something like gin into this or just vodka into this, this is not gonna work out for you. So find something that's a little dark. This is an overproof Demerara rum. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in here. We need 2 ounces of that, and we're gonna blend this as we pour our last little bit in here. There we go. Oh, spilled a little, creating a little fire hazard. Put just a touch more. There we go. Okay. That right there is our eggnog. Now, the problem with eggnog always is that you want to drink this cold, right? We want to drink it cold, but you don't want to add any ice to this. You don't want to add any water to this. You don't want to add anything that is going to water this down. We want this to still be a fairly thick drink. If you add water to it, you're gonna start losing those bubbles. So in the end, by adding water to it, you're gonna make it the wrong kind of thick, because the protein in the milk and the heavy cream, that is going to be diluted by the water, so it won't hold the bubbles as well as you want it to. So unfortunately, the only way to make this cold is to put it in the refrigerator. Now, normally you want to put it in the refrigerator for about an hour, but I'm not going to make you guys wait an hour. We're going to have a little bit of this before the show is over. There we go. Really frothing that up. Yes, Bonbon says, wow, it looks so fluffy. It is very fluffy currently. Currently, we are at maximum fluff. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. And while we're going in the refrigerator, we are going on to a Dr. Cush experiment, something that I have never done before, something that moments before the show started, I said, I think I can do this. We're going to see if it works. All right. We're going to put this in the refrigerator. We're going to make a little space. We're going to move these right there. We're going to put this right here. You guys can't see what's going on down here, but don't worry. Things are moving. I have these. These were a gift from Bonbon, green cherries. And move those right there. Thank you, Bonbon, for the green cherries. Oh, why is that door open? What the heck just happened? So, sorry, am I in a horror movie? Kyle, did you just come into the? Okay. Oh gosh. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Okay, yeah, gosh, so there's a door right behind the camera. I popped up and the door was wide open, like a scary movie. I just watched Paranormal Activity, The Last of Kin, or this and this. Do you want them? Okay. Wants me to move him, doesn't want him. Okay, so anyway, I'm still a little spooked up by that. Okay, let's get into my brand new type of garnish. This is a baking dish. Bling! Teeny tiny baking dish for reheating things. We don't have a microwave. We're just a family that doesn't have a microwave. We reheat everything in a convection oven. That's how we reheat everything. So we need to have specialized baking dishes for that. This is a specialized baking dish. It can withstand an awful lot of heat. So I thought to myself, you put the vanilla sugar in here. What if we can make a little creme brulee topping for this? We're gonna see if it works. Okay, this is just regular old sugar. I don't want to use the vanilla sugar because that seems insane. Let's bring in sugar cam right here. I'm gonna lay a thin layer of sugar right on this little dish. Make sure it's nice and even. There we go. Now, I don't believe that I can make this turn into one large scoop. However, I do believe that I can make it into some sort of shape, and from that shape of sugar, of the caramelized sugar, I can mold that shape in order to have a fun shape to put on the side of a glass. That's my thought. And then you have a garnish that matches the cocktail. It adds a little flavor to it, adds a little bit of extra zhuzh to it. All I'm doing right here, all I'm doing right here is getting a nice flat sugar palette. And then I'm going to bring out what one man at Sur La Table once called the Cadillac of creme brulee torches. This is the Roselle. That's I guess just called the Roselle. It's called the Roselle. I don't know if it's actually any good. It does light things up pretty good though. And let's get into it. So we're just going to take this, and this is what you want to do with the sugar. You want to keep this kind of moving. Once you see them start to bead up, then you know you are melting it. Don't overheat. Dark sugar is no good for any of this. We want it to be a nice light brown. So like that guy right there, see that guy right there? He's getting a little too warm, so we're gonna lay off him for a little bit. See if we can move these around a little bit. Maybe get them to stick together so we can get a nice fun shape. There we go. Melt in the middle. There we go. Okay, we got a little too dark brown, so we're just gonna shift this around here. All that should help get all the rest of that sugar going. Okay, so we should have a thin layer of sugar. Oh, it has a stand. The Roselle comes with a stand. I think that's what makes it so fancy. I forget about the stand and I just lay it down flat. Okay, we're going to take a spoon in here because this is pretty hot. I think we're going to need this camera. Take the spoon in here because it's pretty hot. We're going to just try and get this to, while it's still fairly malleable, we're going to start to roll this up. There's got to be a better tool for this. Let's do maybe this will work. Get this under, oh, that's way better. Get this going. Just start picking this up. Get it so that it is just not sticking to the bottom of the dish. That's why we added a little more sugar than we actually needed. Lay this flat. There we go. We're starting to get some crack to it. Get underneath here before it all. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Oh boy. I think I was right. I think this will work. There we go. We have a little mobile creme brulee topper. Right? I like whole nutmeg grated on top. And I heat my eggnog. Oh gosh, all right, well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and block UK Mikey. Boy, we're very popular um, over on Kick tonight. A lot of people telling us that we suck and that people have better streams than me. That's probably true. I mean, we don't suck, but probably better things to do than watch a grown man make creme brulee top. Okay, this is what we got. We got this really fun little creme brulee top that will go right on top of our eggnog once it is ready. And we're just going to, through the magic of time travel, we're just going to pretend as though this is ready. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. How do you serve it? How do you, sorry. I like whole nutmeg grated on top and I heat my eggnog. Yeah, I do think hot eggnog, probably pretty good. Just be careful if you heat it too much or you heat it too much in one area, like if you start to like fry it up, you will start to get scrambled eggs. So just be careful how you're heating it. That is not what we want. We're going to serve this in a nice cold glass. This is our Nick and Nora glass. There's nothing in here to hold back, so we don't need a strainer. So we're just going to pour this right directly into our glass, right there, all the way to the top. Because of course, then let's bring in garnish cam. We have our lovely bit of creme brulee topping. Get a good picture of that. How about? Right there, a lovely bit of creme brulee topping that should float right there on the side of your glass. Let's go to this camera. Let's get that out of there. All right. Yeah, let's win some awards. Boy, it looks really flat. Let me spin it this way. I think this is the only one I can get it with. Let's see if we can't get a picture of it. Oh, yeah, that's what we want. That's the shot I'm looking for. Oh, boy. Wow. Wow. What am I, Nicholas Deneuve? Is that a guy? I think he's a director. Yes. That's the shot right there. We have our lovely bit of cooked sugar on the side of our eggnog. We have a vanilla eggnog. I believe you can flavor sugar with all kinds of fun things. You find something dry that has a lot of flavor. You want to do it with cinnamon. You want to do it with nutmeg. You want to do it with I don't know, ground passion fruit. That might also work. That is what we're looking for in the sugar. That's where we're adding the extra flavor to it, is that sugar bit. But if you just want it to taste like eggnog, just do regular old sugar. You should be good. This is it. See how we did. Very nervous. I thought I had forgotten it. I thought I had this recipe written down somewhere. It's somewhere over there. I thought I remembered it. Turns out I did remember it. The big flavors coming through with this, obviously, whatever booze you choose to throw in here is going to bring you a lot of the flavor. I'm tasting a lot of the brandy, and of course, since I chose a 151, the 151 is coming in really hot. We didn't chill this as long as we should have. You can probably throw in the freezer for about 15 minutes and just get all of those flavors to combine through the freezing process or through the chilling process. But beyond that, the real big thing that you will notice with this is how despite all the big, heavy ingredients we put in here, how light it is. There are ways to make eggnog that can take you hours and hours with, some people say, I believe I told somebody at a party we were at today that I said, I'm doing the eggnog show tonight. They said, well, you started 3 weeks ago? Some people do need 3 weeks to get their eggnog going. Does it make that much of a difference? This versus the 3-week eggnog? Personally, I don't think so. The big thing that you need is aeration. All right. So if you aren't going to go out and get a frother, I think this is my camera now. Oh, this is my camera now. If you aren't going to go get a frother, then just get a nice cheap blender that has a low setting and blend this constantly as you're adding all of your ingredients. The longer it takes to add those ingredients, the more they will incorporate, the better off they are. Try not to get a blender that heats up anything because you don't want this to be scrambled eggs. That's how you screw this up. Over shaking and over stirring cocktails is a way to bring cocktails past their blossom point. Is what this is a dumb word that we call when it's overly watered. We don't want that. And in this one, we don't want any extra heat, because if you add extra heat, you will get scrambled eggs, and that is no good. You will split. It's called when your sauce splits. You'll split your sauce. We don't want any of that. So I think this is perfect. Could I have used a little bit more sugar? I could have. Didn't need to, though. Oh. Kyle, do you want to come try it? Kyle, come try it. I'm not giving you the option. Come try it. I don't know if Kyle even likes eggnog. Kyle, do you like eggnog? I don't know. Oh, good. Shawnee, did you make it with me? We might be getting our first review. Shawnee's saying this is incredible. Now, obviously, it's going to need to be, you're going to need to let it sit in the refrigerator for a little bit more time. You don't want to, yeah, here you go, buddy. Careful. Very exciting. Go ahead and look at the glass as you grab it. There we go. Give that a little taste. You can take a bite of the sugar if you want. Kyle almost has retractable bunny teeth. He took his two little incisors in the front and went like a little rabbit. Oh, good. Shawnee used the freezer. So that is our first review. An incredible from our first review. Use the freezer. I think the freezer is the way to go. Okay, I'm gonna need your. I have another one here for you, Kyle. So don't worry about it. We're gonna. Yeah, do you want to give us the? Oh yeah, here we go. That's a glove. We've done it. That's a big glove. Wow. Perfect. Okay. Well, hey, we got our review from Kyle. We got our review from Shawnee. Put this in the refrigerator. It should. No, thank you, Kyle. Kyle let me know that I'm disgusting. I had eggnog in my beard. That's a glove. We got a review from Shawnee. We got a review from Kyle. Put this in your refrigerator. It should last you for a little bit. It's incredibly easy to scale up. You can scale this thing up pretty quickly. I do have to give credit where credit is due. I started with a base a long time ago of Jeffrey Morgenthaler's version of this. And anytime you say this is a Jeffrey Morgenthaler cocktail, you know it's going to be the best version of it. I started with that, added a couple extra little bits of my own to it. So I do have to give credit to Jeffrey Morgenthaler because, man, that dude knows how to make stuff. But this is my... Oh, can you mix it over an ice bath? Yeah. Absolute. Well, yes. Yes. My only thought, Bon, with the ice bath is, will all the ingredients mix together if they're all super cold? I don't know. I honestly, Bon, if you wouldn't mind trying it out, let me know what it is. Because if you can do it over an ice bath, then you could serve this immediately. As we are right now, we're going to need about 30 minutes before we can serve it. So figure out how many people are going to be at your function and just bump up those ingredients as they go. And then please send me what your little shape. So I think mine looks like Russia. Oh, this one. I think my little, move this up here. We don't need this anymore. I think my little thing looks like Russia. There's, I think Moscow's over here somewhere. But send me pictures of what your little sugar things look like. And I'm gonna eat. This is exactly how Kyle ate it. He went like this. It's cute. Kyle's a cute guy. Can you please upload this with recipes, measurements on After Hours? Absolutely. Yeah, I'll do that. And then for our friend San Kelly, pop on over to Facebook and join the rest of us over at Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours. You will need the passcode, and I'm just going to tell it to you because you're clearly watching the show. The passcode, it's going to ask you who is Dr. Cush's assistant, and that person is Kyle. All you got to do is write Kyle. They'll let you right in. Left it off. That's right. Sorry. This is exactly how Kyle ate it. He went like this. It was odd. Just an odd way to do anything. Okay, guys. That's what I got for you. We will be back here on Tuesday next week. We are working. Kyle. Correct. Kyle. Kyle, the great gloved one. We are going to be here on Tuesday next week. Next week is going to be a weird day or a weird week of classes, so we might have to throw in a couple in odd spots. I think we might try and go live on location, and that might be on Wednesday. All right, we're trying to set up some Wednesday stuff. We have some very fun people that we may go live with at that point. But we will definitely be here on Tuesday, and then we have some classes. We have some special shows coming up. So we're gonna finish this year out strong. We will start the year this year with our State of the Bar address. So we will have our final show be December 20th. We will have an absolute banger of a Christmas special. And there we go. Thank you. Espen says this hour flew by super fast. I felt every second of that hour. Okay, that is what I got. It took me 1 hour to make a cocktail. What is known as regular Gonzalez. Because it wasn't too speedy. That's what I got for you guys. Until next time, Tuesday, I'd like to remind you that I am Dr. Cush, and we are still...
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
Looking for Dr. Jinga Janga. We'll be back here on Tuesday to hang out. Remember, these classes will always remain... Oh, I got to do this. Remember, these classes will always remain free, but if you can help out, I have a couple ways. We've had a few of you, newer people, recently join the Patreon. That is so helpful. This bar does not make money. It does not make money. Whatever money that goes into the Patreon goes right back into the bar so that the bar can stay at a stable place for right now so that we can continue to do this without absolutely going into some sort of financial 1980s style Wall Street drop off. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody that has joined. I have changed Tiki Court's name. I took out the U. It's just Tiki Court now in the credits. Thank you to Tiki Court and to everybody else that has joined so recently. There was somebody else that just joined recently. And dang. Oh, to Amy and I think Amy. I think it's just Amy. I think Amy Salmon joined. Give me a second. I can tell you exactly who joined. It doesn't matter. Amy and Roger. Yes, I believe Amy and Roger joined recently. So thank you to all of you guys that have joined. If you can't help out that way, we also have PayPal and Patreon. Those are great ways. Otherwise, tell your people about this. If you guys got people that are looking for weird, long, deep dives into a single cocktail on Saturday nights, hey, I know what show that is. That's this show. I think that's only this show. And if you can't help out that way, best thing you can do is show up. We do classes here, for the most part, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, where we all get together like it's a big virtual cheers and hang out, sit next to each other, make jokes, and the rest of it. And that is what I got for you. Until Tuesday, what do we always say?
I know you are, but what am I?
That's exactly what we say. And then we're always trying to find...
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
We're going to find him one day, but until then, I'm going to look you guys straight in the eye, and I'm going to say...
Bye!
Bye.